Merritt Road, Coach Adam Ross, everyone knows him. All right, Coach Adam Ross, one of my very good friends, nutritionist extraordinaire, and Krista Fazio.
Yeah.
Adam's better half.
We won't get into it.
There's a lot of warmth and joy here today. So we're going to go through a DAR emotions analysis, which it seems like you guys predominantly use it for injury screening, but this really is somewhat of a functional movement screen, correct?
Yeah, it's basically a functional movement screen, just taking out any human error. So
Okay.
it just uses, it hooks up to all the cameras and it just goes through every joint, breaks everything down so you can see where any compensations are.
Awesome, which is fun. And you know me, I like to analyze and nitpick what I can be doing better. But I think this is where we can make our training much more targeted when we have information like this. So there might be some inefficiencies in the way that I move that now during my movement prep or maybe now during my training, I could tweak specific things to help clean up that movement assessment and then maybe come back in 6 months to a year and just kind of, every test. I like this. This is fun for me. All right, I'm in your hands. Let's do this.
If you got any shortcomings, then you put them into like warm up or whatever, right?
I love it. I mean, I used to have, back at Drive, Charlie used to run me through an SFMA and we do our FMS, and I would do that pretty regularly. And it's amazing to see how the body can kind of change throughout the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you start skating a lot or playing hockey, you start noticing something in your hips or sitting a little bit more in the T-spine or something specific. So our bodies change throughout the years. Maybe just see how it keeps shifting and standing. This is compensation, and this type of compensation over a lifetime can really affect your movement quality.
Yeah, well, and especially, I mean, these guys in here see a lot of athletes, like, and that's the stuff that you start to break down over time. You start to see injuries, right? So, like when I did my first DARI, it's telling me like, whatever, you know, like a left glute is not kicking on as much as the right? But then you start to realize like, oh, my back's been hurting for the last however many years. Maybe if I would have found this and corrected it, like, you know, whenever, you know, then things could have been better. So I don't know. I think that's kind of the cool part about it. And like she said, it takes a little bit of human error out of it. So you know, it's a nice representation of what's going on to me.
Or it's less about like aesthetically how I look. It's way more about my movement quality.
Well, that's it.
I don't care about it.
That's it. If you feel good, man, you can keep pushing it. If you don't feel good,
We gotta work around it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I need a height, please.
6'1",
What'd you say?
What's that?
415 what?
77.
7. So, Centaur to Centaur orthopedic group next door for a script. Okay. So just can you give her the address and just tell her to go right over.
I'll fight some right ankle
She's
stuff.
up front
You'll
this
see
way.
old ankle injuries, little things like that.
Okay, so face me
Yeah.
and stand like a skeleton and look straight ahead. Okay, wave your arms up and down and then just march in place. Keep going. Okay, so now the skeleton is like fully attached to you.
Yep.
So anything your joints do, it's gonna pick everything else up.
Okay.
So we're gonna go through, we're gonna start at the top and work our way down.
Sure.
So we're starting with upper extremity. So you're gonna go palms in, all the way up, all the way down. So everything you do once, and it's not about like speed, it's about like quality of movement.
Right, okay. Oh, so I'm only doing it one time?
Yeah, one time. So I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go, and then go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Next one's here. You're gonna go as far back as you can, and then right back over. 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to rotate as far back as you can, as far forward as you can, back to neutral. 1, go. You're going to go as far back as you can, as far forward as you can, neutral. Go.
God, I haven't done that in ages.
They want you to keep your left leg behind you.
Kind of like an airborne lunge?
Yes, and then it goes down.
there? How far down you want me to get my hand?
So as far down as you can.
Okay, without touching my foot.
Yes.
And I can counterbalance with my hands?
Yep. Go. Left side. Wait a minute.
What?
You go.
Oh, I thought you just said left side. I was like, did you say go on the right or no? So were we good on the right?
Get on the right. Left. 3, 2, 1, go. Try that one over.
Yeah. I don't know if you're allowing me or not. So.
Don, this is your second workout for the day.
I'll allow 2 now.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1, go.
One mulligan, Don.
That's all I need.
You wanna, so with this, you wanna step as far out and drop as far down as you can. And you can take a step back to start.
So when you say you're literally meaning going as
So
far.
like as far forward, as far down, and then back up. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Wait.
Oh, you can say go on the left.
Okay. So just to the right and stop, and after reset the
I
arm.
got it.
3, 2, 1, go. Now is like all the jumping ones. Alright, so you got vertical jump. Go.
Can I do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go lower into a squat. I'm gonna say go a second time and you're gonna jump as far. Go. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Loud.
Left side. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Second workout, Don.
And then the last one,
Those last
you're gonna step forward, doesn't matter which leg. You're gonna jump down and then jump straight up.
So here.
Yep, yep, yep. 2, 1, go.
On the other side?
So the system's just calculating, going through all the different joints, and it prints us out a whole report so then we can break everything down from there. See where he's compensating, see where he's weak, strong, tight, injury prone. So it'll tell us all that information.
Don, your report just says strong everywhere.
No. I already know. I already know where. I have a general idea just where I'm going to be weak and things going on in my body, and this is what it is. Just life. My body's been good. I mean, I have a partially torn labrum in the right hip and a little bit of a cam, so I've done a really good job creating space around that. I have an old right ankle injury, which is why when I was jumping up and down the right side, did you see that there? And I felt that like when I was hopping on one leg, I was.
And do you have anything with your shoulders?
Yeah, well, I separated my AC joint.
Okay, so
And
it
then when I played hockey.
lit up both of your shoulders, your
Yeah.
spine, your hip, and your ankle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, both my shoulders. Well, where am I spine?
It, the whole thing.
Which is weird because I get absolutely no back pain.
That's good. It's probably just like a little tight or something, and it just like lights it up.
I mean, I also just lifted. I mean, I just deadlifted. So I don't know if
It
that's.
could be like fatigue then.
It would. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, I just did all back with a Rosh. So.
pretty good. Pec's a little tight on the left side. Not crazy tight though.
Does it show the area of the pec?
No.
It's not. It just shows that it's a little tight.
Yep. So then we got your shoulder rotation is a little off.
External rotation of the shoulder?
Yep. ER/IR is a little bit tight on the left side.
Left is worse than the right, right?
Left is worse than the right.
Right.
So that could either be coming from weakness or tightness. So we can get you on the table and see that. Rotation, T-spine rotation needs a little work.
Okay.
And then it also lit up your extensions.
Yeah, I went no lower back.
Yep.
Sure.
Overhead squat lit up T-spine.
I mean, that's probably the one I felt the most uncomfortable on that,
Yep.
and the
The
one leg hop for
Yep.
speed and
Yep.
height. Oh wow! So what does that mean exactly?
So it just means that you were a 12 degree different when you were
Difference.
doing this.
Okay.
So just like much less explosive on that right side. So that could be coming from.
I really felt like it was coming from my Achilles because when I did that jump the
Yeah.
other day, I strained something.
Yep.
And when I was going off the ground, I felt now I don't feel it.
Yeah.
It's
It
weird.
could be. It could be coming from the ankle.
That's really the only area like. This shoulder issue was aggravated from hockey. Like I got tripped and I separated my AC joint. The only thing that will ever really come up is that right ankle and that right hip.
Yeah. So it's definitely all connected.
So what would you go about? So what would your next steps be? Would you be to like check on a table?
Yeah. So what I would do is now that I know that your right hip is something's off there, shoulders, the rotation was a little tight, so you can stretch out the shoulders. But we'll definitely take a look at that hip. Like your hips might not even be like level. Have you ever gotten them?
No.
So like your hips might be off too,
Right.
which could be contributing to this as well.
Okay, cool.
So we can get you on the table and just
Good.
check it
You
now.
want to check that then?
Yeah.
All right, Kabir, you gonna follow us?
Let's go.
Shoulders first. That looks good there. Good here. So these were the rotation ones that it picked up on. Which side did you separate?
That side.
This one?
I feel nothing now.
Yeah, this feels good.
So what do you think? So if it was pointing a red flag
So
at that,
it could be maybe weaker than the other side. Maybe your external rotators are a little weak.
maybe.
Because no one
I
ever
definitely
works that
feel a
out.
bit of instability when I'm pressing right now, and I think that's because of the injury. But
Yeah, like this all feels fine. This is fine. Alright, let's check your hips out. Scooch back a little bit.
this way.
Yeah. Okay, so come sit up without using your legs.
Just
like,
crunch?
Yep, just like sit straight up. Okay, so you're off a little bit, nothing crazy, but this hip is higher than this one.
Okay.
So we'll fix that. So see how it's like,
Yeah. No, I can
not
see.
terribly, but
Yeah.
a little bit. All right, so we'll pull this side up.
Okay.
So lay back.
And her guarantee today was I'll never have these problems again after I leave this table. So guys, everyone get down here really
Magic
fast.
fix.
She's unbelievable. She's a magician.
Scooch over towards me.
Yeah.
Drop this leg off the table
Yep.
here. Bend this leg up. All right, so you're gonna push this leg down into the table as hard as you can.
Okay.
And you're gonna drive this knee straight up into my hand towards the ceiling.
Okay.
So keep this bent, just the hip.
Okay. So driving
Yeah.
this up, pushing that foot down.
Exactly. So opposite.
Right.
Down, up.
Right.
3, 2, 1, go. Go, 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 go. Keep down, keep down.
Oh, that's
keep
hard.
down. Yep. Relax.
That's really hard.
You think I was gonna fly?
No, I was like, holy shit.
Go, relax. And last one.
Dude, she's strong, man. Jesus. I can't break her, man. Either that or I'm weak.
Okay, come sit up again.
That looks good.
Even.
Yeah, that looks great.
So now
For those of you who didn't see, my right leg was shorter, right? It almost looked, no,
the
my.
left leg was longer. This one
Yeah,
was
yeah,
longer.
yeah, the right leg was here, and then she just evened me out to here. So yeah.
So that could have been why your hip was off too. It lit up on like every movement. So
yeah, that would make sense.
that could have been it too.
What would be the suggestions that you would give me to go work on them now?
Definitely.
Mid T-spine.
Yeah. T-spine extension for sure.
Right, I need a lot of that.
IT bands are both very tight. Even your quads are pretty tight, which could be coming from hip flexion too, because it lit up your hips.
Right.
The hip mobility was actually a lot better.
Got a lot
than
better,
I thought
yeah.
it was gonna be.
And the thoracic
Was
rotation
better
felt way
also.
better, and the shoulder mobility felt good.
Yeah.
So
So a lot of
basically,
it's probably coming from that ankle stability as well.
Right.
Like that knee collapsing in, like I'm sure that's not like actually coming from your hip. That's probably
coming from
your
my ankle.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a general idea now. So yeah, so what I would do is like kind of how Adam would approach it is I would just more mix that into, I hate using the word warm up, but I would start mixing a lot of that stuff into targeting that area in my warm up. I like my warm ups to be targeted.
Yeah, like your prep, you know, I mean, it's part of the prep. That's usually how you word it.
Right. No, I think it's awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You're the best. I'll see you. I'm gonna come back and bother you in Costa Rica. Definitely. Can you quickly just give everyone a little bit of a heads up if they want to find more about how to contact
Yeah,
you?
sure.
Chris is a good friend of mine. Obviously, Adam and I have known each other for years. Adam and I coach together at Drive. Everyone knows Coach Adam. But if you want to contact Krista, what's the best way to reach out to you about getting a DARI test?
Yep. So our whole company, our website is longislandphysicaltherapy.com, and you can personally reach me. My email is kfazio@longislandphysicaltherapy.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, I enjoyed that. That's going to help my training out a lot. I recommend you come down here. We are on Merrick Road in Massapequa. This is a must check out. I will definitely be coming back to reassess, to show some improvements now. Now the ego's involved. We got to step things up. Guys, thanks again for joining us.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Schwarz_Institute.